Hey guys, what's going on? I want to come on for a little bit and chit chat with y'all. Who is the big truck coming? And I wanted to, me and Ruby are finishing up. We're headed back and out of here, but I wanted to come on for a minute and talk a little bit about Harley Morris, the gentleman missing from Tyler, Texas, that was last seen at the 50 Lounge Club, which is like different themes every week. It was Tejano week, I believe, there. At the time, he had never been to this club before. He rode with friends from the other bar, and then they left him there, which doesn't make sense to me, but I'm still trying to figure that part of it out. We know that the girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, whatever, Nicole, like I somehow feel that there's possibility that she was involved, but because he was kind of done with her, and I think he had been trying to help her so much get clean and stuff, and she just wasn't doing it. And then, all the false allegations, I believe. But then again, we don't know if they're false or not, but she had made allegations to the mother that the father was trying to make passes at her, and that's why her and Harley were fighting all the time, was over the father. So I don't know. I don't really see that, because she did go back there after staying one night, I think, with the mother and a friend. And then when the mother busted her, she was back over there. So that is kind of weird to me. If somebody was making advances at you, you wouldn't go back to that house, right? And the mother did say that when she went there in the beginning, that Nicole, the girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or whatever, stuff was all packed up in a separate room, like she was moving out. And then come to find out that she did leave not long after. She moved with another guy to Midland, Texas. So y'all know that I searched in Tyler area before for Lily Pepper, the one, thank God, pray God, she was found safe. And it was a huge big deal. We covered it every day. We searched 3 different times up there for her. And thank God, she was home. She's home. And back with her kitty cats and safe. But, Harley Morris has still not been found. And I've been to that area. I wasn't searching for him, right? But I went to that area before. That loop comes around, right? I didn't stop or anything like that, but I've been through that area. And there's not really any water there. There is a little further down, but I think it's about 5 to 7 miles away. Not saying that he couldn't walk, but he was stumbling pretty bad when he came out of that. Man, he had been drinking for a while. But my biggest thing, and I know it's been said that he does not care about a cell phone. He does not have social media. He's not like into his phone like that. But the one red flag to me is that, okay, you go all the way to work, your dad takes you to work, and then you turn around when you get to work, before you go in, and hand him your cell phone and say, hey, here, will you take it home and charge it? It's only got 4%. That is, okay, you were just at home. Why does your phone only have 4%? That's one red flag to me that I cannot get over in this case. That's the main reason, really, why I think took this case. Besides the mother begging and pleading for help, bless her heart. She saved up enough money now to get the billboard up for a couple of months, and we're going to see if we can't help keep it up longer. I do feel she packed her life and moved from Florida to be there, to be able to search for him. She's got companies that have come in, the water drone searchers, that are helping her search that lake and search other areas. They're looking for any articles of clothing, anything that could be there. I don't think he made it that far, honestly, because the biggest suspicion is that he had used somebody else's phone that he was with, and to text the ex to say he needed a ride at 11:30. Okay? Doesn't make sense to me. It's 11:30 to 3:09 when he leaves. That's a big gap of time. I've seen some of the photos from inside the club. It does look like that one guy's kind of bowed up at him in his face a little bit. I don't know if there was an altercation. I know they said there wasn't, but nowadays you can't trust that, right? Everybody's drinking. I just don't get what would change between that and then and there, because he said he had a ride. So he texts her back to say he had a ride, never mind. Okay, was that him that texts back, or was that the guy that let him use the phone texting back? You know, I'm still trying to figure this out. Like, was he this intoxicated that he really didn't know what was going on? And, I mean, I smell foul play. I'm sorry. I hate to be that way. I just, y'all know me. I always want him to be found safe and be brought home. I just somehow, nothing adds up. Why would he flag down the vehicle? If you've seen the footage, you'll see what I'm talking about. He walks out stumbling. He's going straight towards that truck with the headlights on. And to me, that was his ride. I'm wondering if that's the same person that had taken him there. Because this is not a place that he goes, right? He's never been to this 50 club, whatever it is, before. So, to me, I don't understand how or why, I guess I should say, he decided to go there. I mean, trigger warning, guys. And I'm trying to understand. It's just nothing seemed right from the start. Like, I mean, I get he had to go to work, but the cell phone thing throws me for a loop, because if he had just been at home, which means he had been resting, he had been getting his stuff ready to go to work, right? He would have charged his phone. I mean, unless it's just a coincidence that he happened to look at it, why would he even look at his phone getting out of the truck anyway? If he doesn't play on his phone and he doesn't use it for social media, why would he have had his phone out of his pocket anyway? To even say, hey, my phone's dead, take it to the house and plug it in for me, right? I'll get it later. Like, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. If you think about that, I mean, if your phone's in your pocket and you never use it anyway, you're going to work, it can't take that long to get to work from your house. So how in God's name are you all of a sudden going to get to work, get out of the truck, pull your phone out, check it before you leave to go into work, when you know you're probably in a rush to get in? Like, the last thing he's going to do is check his phone in his pocket and say, oh, it only has 4%. So, I just don't see that happening. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't. I mean, I'm not trying to blame anyone. I'm just saying I don't see how that's possible. And, I mean, I did watch a few clips on it. I haven't seen anybody say that part. Like, why? If this is a kid, y'all are saying, does not use his phone. Shout out to Pastel. He had the mom on dad on there. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. And if you notice when he was talking about the cell phone, the mom's face looked like she was confused herself. Like, hold on a minute. What? You know, like, she was trying to understand why he would, I guess, be taking his phone out of his pocket to check it before he went to work, when you wouldn't think he would do that. He would have known from he left the house that it needed. Why didn't he just leave it at home and leave it on the charger? Like, that don't make sense. None of that part adds up to me. None of it. Now, whether this was a runaway and the dad helped him plan the runaway, that may be the case. Because, I mean, if he's not somebody who uses his phone a lot, then I get that he doesn't have to have it on him. But the problem is the charging part of it all. I mean, to me, I'm sorry to ramble about it, but if you know, most people, we know when our phone's getting low, so we're going to plug it in. So why in God's name would he even left the house with it on 4%? It makes no sense. Sorry, to me, it makes no sense. Allegedly, these are just my opinions, my theories, my free speech, guys. Y'all know that. Allegedly, I'm just a big alleged bubble from now on. That I just don't understand it. I can't wrap my head around that part of the whole entire thing. That's the one thing that flagged me the biggest, was the cell phone. Because for one, he would have left the damn thing at home and plugged it in. If he didn't need it that bad, I'll just leave it charging at home. I'm not gonna, take me to work, and then all of a sudden, before I get out of the truck or after I get out of the truck, oh no, go ahead, my phone's dead, just take it with you. Because he doesn't play on his phone anyway, so that makes zero sense to me. Anyway, enough rambling about the phone. I do feel that, you know, the first bar that they went to was right by his work. I get that, because he did walk a lot, right? So I get that he could walk right there 3 blocks to that club, hang out, whatever. But then leaving, going clear across the freaking city to another club that's open till 6 a.m., right next to the college. Like, my theories on this are going to be 3 ways. Either ex-girlfriend, and father are behind this, which I hate to say that because I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, the way it's looking to me is that because the phone thing, and then him texting her twice, and then texting her back saying didn't need a ride, and then not leaving that bar from 11:30 to 3 a.m. in the morning doesn't make sense if he's headed home. He called his dad at 1 or 1:30, said he was headed home, but yet he still was in the club. So see, those things don't make sense. Why would he call you at 1:30, say he's headed home, but then stay another hour and a half at the bar? Or if he called at 1 a.m., then why would he stay another 2 hours at the bar? If he says he's on the way home and friends are coming to play pool, like, that makes zero sense. And whoever's coming to play pool, how come they didn't bring him? Like, it makes no sense. This thing is not adding up. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but it's not adding up. It's like somebody just throwing out there what they think or what they're using as a cover-up or whatever it may be. Something I feel foul play was involved in this, because it felt like they stranded him out there and left him out there, left him to the wolves, right? Like, okay, we know you're a long-ass way from home, trigger warning, and you got to find your way back when you've never been to this side of town before, and you're freaking intoxicated as heck. You can barely walk. You're stumbling out the door. He wouldn't have made it a mile. He probably would have sat down and took a nap. I mean, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. He worked all day, and he's been partying all night. No way he could have kept going. And a lot of people compared this to the Caleb Harris case. I've hoped they've checked all the drainage, manholes, everything in those areas. But the thing is how do you vanish from 29th Street to the next traffic light or the next set of cameras? Like, how do you vanish in that quick of a route? Like, from 29th to there, poof. Like, you just don't fly away. Like, you know, there's no drone going to come down and grab you, right? You didn't sprout wings like Superman or get a cape and fly off. I mean, this is just, it's confusing as heck. That's really why I wanted to take this case. It's like, I feel like I know the area. I can search the area. I'm curious to do some drone in there and see what the map is of that area. Is there routes that he could have bounced around traffic cameras? But according to all the law enforcement, like, every camera, there's cameras at every area there. Like, that's why they're saying he completely just vanished. And they're the ones saying he just completely vanished, because there was a camera on each of the other corners. So if he'd have went any of those ways, he would have been seen. And like the father said, they had the camera footage of 24 hours. So we know that all those cameras were pulled right away within the first 24. So nothing was recorded over. So if he's seen on a Ring camera asking for help and directions, you know, off the 29th Street area, and then poof, he doesn't make it to the corner store right there, a little couple of blocks more further, like, you know, plus all the businesses that are around there that didn't pick him up on their cameras. But then they also say that it doesn't look like any vehicles had gone in the area at that time that could actually pick him up. So what in God's name? I mean, did he just poof and vanish? I mean, did he get abducted and taken to Mars? I mean, this is really crazy, guys. Like, I mean, they've checked all the waterways. The team out of Texas, EquiSearch, I know they do really good work. They checked all those canals, which were way far away anyway. Like, I don't think he would have made it. As intoxicated as he was, when you see that clip and he stumbles, almost falls right there by that gray Toyota pickup, or Nissan pickup, whatever it is, like, you could tell. And then he's kind of throwing his arms up, waving at his buddies in the truck, and then they kind of drive up to him, and then they pull off, and he takes off walking. So we know he didn't get into a car there. He's seen on camera further down, a few blocks down on 29th. So we know that he was on foot. But did someone pick him up? And how did they do it and avoid the cameras, right? That's kind of like the Caleb Harris case. It was like he vanished. But in the Caleb Harris case, at least we had the hookup on Reddit app that he was going to meet somebody at Oso Bay Park, right? We knew that was coming. We knew that somebody was supposed to meet him. And as foggy as it was in that particular time of Caleb Harris case, that was really bad foggy. So those traffic cameras couldn't pick up anything in those vehicles. So that's why they were kind of dumbfounded and didn't know if he had got into a car or not got into a car or whatever, right? Or did he actually walk to it? Because there was not a lot of cameras out there in that area. But with this one, there's cameras everywhere. And they caught him a couple of times. 3 times, supposedly, he was caught on camera, plus a witness that he asked directions to. An older gentleman, I believe. So what is this? I mean, this is some crazy I mean, crazy. What was it, January 21st, I think. So, no holiday coming up. New Year's already passed. Like there's really big no holiday. Something went on inside that bar, to me, and either somebody knew he was walking, and that's why I always thought whoever was in that truck could know something more. I know they've been vetted or whatever, but that doesn't mean they didn't know more. That doesn't mean they didn't see an altercation in there, and then those guys wait a little while longer, or just say the guys that he had the altercation with stayed in the bar for another hour, and then decided to leave, took off, and then somehow caught a glimpse of him walking or sitting down, and knows that area, knows which streets to turn on to avoid the cameras, and just said, hey, get in, and then that's it, right? You don't know, right? That we don't know. But that's one of the things that it makes it so hard, because where did he go? Like, he didn't sprout wings and fly. So, and nothing has been found. None of his clothing, nothing, not a ball cap, nothing. So somehow, some way, to me, it's either the ex-girlfriend Nicole had something to do with it, whoever she was seeing, this person that's, I guess, in Midland, Texas, that she ended up moving with, whoever this person is, were they a jealous person? Did they want something? Was she mad at him for something because he wasn't, treating her, like helping her enough? Or I don't know what the case may be. It sounds like he's actually a well-rounded, pretty good guy that really didn't have any mental health problems or anything like that, trigger warning, like anything like that. So, I mean, yeah, he liked to party. Most people that age in a party college town like that like to party. It's just how it works, right? But what got me was they're going to meet people at home, too. That's another one that rang a red flag to me. And these people showed up. Okay, if they showed up, that means they were still out at the same time he was missing or went missing. So, were they the ones that were involved in this? And they're the ones that told him, hey, we'll give you a ride. And he texted Nicole and said, I don't need a ride, never mind, I got one. But they said, hey, it's going to be after 3 or 4 we can go. So that's why he hung out at the bar till then. Hey, we'll pick you up down the road from 50 Lounge or whatever. And then, poof, they picked him up, whatever happened, altercation, whatever. And then they got rid of him and then went to the house, acting like they were just showing up to play pool. Like, it could have been a setup that way. Like, we don't know. And the thing that got me was the dad, when they were asking him questions, he just really didn't, it's just something about him that drew me to, he might be the most loving dad ever in the world and not hurt a fly and not did nothing. That's possible, right? That's possible. It's just something about him did not sit well with me. And, this is just my opinions. Like I said, allegedly, these are just my opinions. And there's 3 ways I feel that this case could go, and I'm going to break them all down, and we're going to go over them. But I do feel that no matter what, he needs to be found, regardless of the situation. Whether he is alive somewhere, and he did decide just to run off, which I don't see this boy leaving his mama, and not at least speaking to her from what I gather from her and the text messages and stuff that she's able to provide, that he sends her all the time. So he always checks in with his mother. She was in Florida, and now she's there. She packed up and moved all her stuff. So she was way, way, way far away when this all happened. So that did really just rule the mom out completely. But the other one is the shadiness. Like I always wonder, was, something going on between Nicole and the father? I'm not saying that it would. I'm just saying that, you never know in this day and time. Look at Stephen Stearns. Look, you never know. There's some weird people out there. And it's just a matter of digging. This is what we do. We dig, we speculate, we try to come up with a theory that we think fits it, and we try to prove that theory, right? That's all I'm doing. I'm not saying that he's guilty. I'm not saying anybody's guilty. I'm just saying somebody knows what happened. Somewhere, somehow, somebody knows what happened. And this reminds me of that case over in England where that I think he was 23-year-old or 21-year-old. So was seen walking on surveillance footage after that party, 3 in the morning, and then went over those waterways, but there was water there. So that is the Jack story about the young man named Jack O'Sullivan. I did a video on it, and there's just nothing out there. And it's really hard for that family because there is nothing. And they got to see hours of his footage of him walking one way, turn around and walking back. So they got to see him a lot on camera. Here, you just see a little bit at the lounge. He waves at the pickup, says a few words, walks off. He's seen on the green camera a little down the way on 29th Street. Seen asking a man for help, and then poof, that's it. So I'm going to cover this case, guys. I want to break down my theories, and we'll go over them. I would like to find some more evidence, but there's just not much there. But I'm going to start digging on everyone that was involved, and we'll see if we can find out anything about them and see what the motive would be. That's the biggest thing, is what the heck is the motive in there? Like, what is the motive? Because, I mean, the only really major red flag is the cell phone thing. Because to me, he would have left it at home and charged it. Why would you take it with you at 4%? That makes 0 sense. Sorry. He would not have taken it all the way just to turn around and send it back, in my book. In my opinion, right? Allegedly, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, we're going to cover. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to help this mother out and see if we can't get some kind of answers, maybe. I don't know. We might not find nothing. But at least we can try. We can maybe do some searches there. You know, weather there is not bad, like in the other places we need to go. So it is an area. I've been there before. I'm comfortable with the area. So it's something I think we can do. I want to map it out, check it out. I want to find out what places had cameras, what doesn't, so then we can kind of eliminate certain areas and then break it down to one area. Wherever there's no cameras, that's the area that he could have got by without seeing on camera. Then we need to know, okay, what's that, right? Then go to Google Earth and see what we can break down. Anyway, guys, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. We're fixing to head to the house, and I got to talking and rambling. Y'all know me. I just kept going, but I'm concerned for this case. It's scary. It's ringing some red flags, and I don't like it. So we're gonna dig it. All right, guys. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for everything. And justice for Harley. Harley Morris. He needs justice just like everybody. He needs to be found just like all the missing, all the voices. They need a voice. So let's help. All right, guys. Y'all can do some digging for me too. See what y'all come up with. I know y'all are good at it too. So y'all be safe, be good, and we'll talk soon. All right, guys? Bye.